So, what's going on, everyone? I'm basically making this video just to give my experience of yesterday and my feeling of everything that's going on. I really didn't want to make a video. Um, this little voice in my head always tells me, your word isn't shit, or it doesn't count, or it's not going to make a difference. But I've had this feeling inside, and it's just been pushing me to just say something, almost to the point where I feel like I have to throw up. Yesterday, somebody real close to me told me that there's another way to go about doing things rather than to be out there protesting, which at times it did feel like a protest, but at other times it felt wrong, and I'll get into that. But I saw a lot of stuff yesterday that I didn't agree with, but I understood, and I saw a lot of things that I did agree with and felt that's what I was there for. Like I've shared before, my dad was murdered by a Travis County sheriff in 2010, was shot 3 times. My dad didn't have a gun, and my dad was shot and murdered in front of my 6-year-old brother and my 21-year-old brother. The guy did 6 hours in jail, got off, and the case was thrown out. So, there was a lot of mixed emotions for me, a lot of feelings, a lot of things going on in my head and in my heart. I could have told myself I have every reason to be out there cussing, spitting, throwing shit, acting a fool, like a lot of the people out there, racial slurs, calling them a piece of shit, just because they work for the police department or for the Travis County Sheriffs or for the DPS. The National Guard was out there. And as I was standing on that front line, seeing a lot of the people throw them taunts and stuff out there, I could see a lot of the officers had guilt, shame, fear. Some of them didn't, though. I know what the face of a man that has guilt and shame looks like. I stared into that damn face and them eyes for over 32 years, being I am a recovering heroin and meth addict. The 28th of this month will be 3 years clean. I can identify those looks and relate to those looks. And I know that they didn't want to be there, or they didn't want to be a part of that. And I had compassion for him. I don't hate the man that murdered my dad. I don't hate the Travis County Sheriff's Department for murdering my dad. I don't have hate for APD. I've been beat up by APD numerous times. In 2005, I had a 2-year case through Internal Affairs to the Travis County Sheriff's Department and APD because my nose was fractured or damn near broke. I had bruised ribs. I was stomped in a car and in a jail cell at booking. So, I could have given myself all kinds of excuses to act like that. But no matter what, nobody deserves to be treated the way they were being treated. And once again, if somebody disagrees with this, this isn't a debate. This isn't something I'm trying to go back and forth with. These are just my feelings and my opinions on the situation, and they're that and that only, my opinion. If you want to respond to it, then I'm all about it. But, I'm all about looking at things from another person's view, from another set of lenses. And these are the lenses that I saw this through. So, I have no hate towards the APD. Are some of them fucked up? Yes, they are. I could see that. Some of them were digging that shit, and some of them couldn't wait for us to do some bullshit and start firing on us. The last video I posted on my page, they started firing on us, shooting tear gas, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I knew that was gonna eventually happen, but that's when I decided to get out there. But back to what I was saying, nobody deserves to be treated like that, nor does anybody deserve to be shot and killed or suffocated to death. I saw a lot of people out there with anger, rage, and for a lot of people that don't know, anger is masked fear, and that's all that shit is. Some people are in fear of that happening again, and a lot of people were just there fucking adding fuel to the fire, shutting down the streets. They were shooting the finger at me and my wife when we were down there passing by in a car waving a sign. They were telling us fuck you, shooting the finger at everybody, and it was bullshit. But like I say, I get it, I understand. A lot of people don't know how to handle or process that anger, fear. And since this new way of life and this path I've taken, I try not to hold any kind of grudges, any resentment. Like I say, I hold none of that. I don't wish that upon anybody, nor do I seek revenge, because I'm not gonna, those kind of things will allow somebody to take you allow somebody to take your power away. You give them that power to control your emotions and your thoughts, and I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? And it really hurts my heart to see people out there fucking looting, breaking shit, tearing up local businesses, fighting each other, arguing amongst each other because somebody doesn't believe what they believe or want to do what they want to do, or doesn't believe what they believe, I guess, like I've said. But it was heartbreaking to be out there. At times I felt like I was a part of something, and then at other times it felt wrong to be out there. And I don't know. So I guess, I believe that we need to be all one, cops, sheriffs, whatever, I believe that everybody needs to love each other unconditionally. With unconditional love, we have peace, you know what I mean? And when we have peace, we have strength, you know what I mean? And tearing up our city, spitting on cops, and doing all that shit doesn't take care of shit. It doesn't do anything. All it does is give them the opportunity to say, I told you so, and justify their actions. So, you know what I mean? That's just my opinion on things, you know what I mean? And like I say, nobody deserves to be treated the way they do, nor does anybody deserve to be treated the way that some of the people or a lot of the people in America, black, white, brown, yellow, green, whatever color, at the end of the day, we bleed the same blood. We came from the same creator. We live on the same planet. So, I used to be racist back in the day. I used to hate cops. I used to hate everybody, and that was only because I hated myself, and I projected the way I felt and thought about myself on others and wanted them to feel that and wanted to feel it 10 times. So I did everything in my power to hurt everybody around me. But that's not who I am today, and that's not how I look at things. I look at things from a very intense place of love within myself, and like I say, it's sad the way shit's going, the way things are, and I'm afraid that things are gonna get worse before they get any better, and I believe that. But I trust in something greater than myself, and know no matter what, I stay connected. We stay connected, and things will be okay. You know, I have 5 opportunities here at my house to right all the wrongs that I've done and to right all the wrong teachings that I was taught. And that's what my main focus is now, is teach these babies how to love unconditionally, how to love themselves most importantly, and let them know that they have an unfucking limited amount of potential and greatness inside of them. And nobody else can say anything else. So, I mean, those are my thoughts on yesterday and what I felt yesterday. I'd be lying to you if I say there wasn't some anger and some shit didn't get kicked up. Hell yes, it did. There was times I wanted to chunk shit at the cops, but that was just that negative energy, me picking up on that negative energy, and knowing that wasn't right. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be pissed. It's okay to be hurt. Not one feeling or emotion is wrong. It's the actions which come behind those feelings and emotions dictate right or wrong. And I just want people to feel safe. I just want people to be safe. And no, I don't want people dying anymore behind law enforcement wrongs. But I won't be going down there anymore. A woman 2 feet from me and the wife got hit with rubber bullets, and had I not grabbed her and wrapped her up, she was standing right next to my wife might have got hit. So we did our part, we did our thing. That's not what I'm about, vandalizing, spitting, cussing. I feel the strongest man in the room is the most silent man in the room, standing for something they believe in. And it was a beautiful thing at times, though. There was people out there saging, smudging. There was people out there, waving peace, talking to officers, saying they respect them. And at the end of the day, you gotta understand they're doing a job too. And that's it. But like I said, I could see guilt and shame in a lot of the officers' faces, in their eyes. When they look at me, I just know it. You feel it. I feel people. I read body language. I feel energies. That kept me alive when I was homeless on the streets. And it's still something that I use today. Just subconsciously, I'm reading body language and feeling energies. And a lot of them didn't want to be there. A lot of them didn't want to be a part of that. And a lot of them aren't, so, I mean, let's not let I wouldn't say one, let's not let a few or whatever, however many cases. I can guarantee you the cases of bad cops don't outweigh the cases of good cops, and I've met some, and like I said, I do not agree with what's going on. The shit's messed up. You know what I mean? The shit's really bad. And holding hate, resentment, revenge, you can only dig 2 graves when you're seeking revenge, as Lao Tzu would say. I'm not giving anybody that kind of power over me, my mind, or my emotions. I don't give my power away. I choose to keep my power and grow from within. And like I say, if anybody wants to say anything, leave a comment. I'm all open for it. But this isn't a debate. This isn't, an argument. I'm not going to go there. I would like some feedback or your opinion on things. You know what I mean? I'm all for it. I'm all for a positive, grown conversation. You know what I mean? But other than that, if you want to share, I'd appreciate it. If not, then don't. If you're watching, thank you. I love everybody. I hope